Are we okay?
We're up.
Huh?
We're up.
Okay. Yeah, Chris Hurst, Justin Young out here at Bethel Metropolitan Baptist Church on 26th Avenue South in South St. Pete. A little hot if we can turn it down. There were hundreds of meals given out today, supplies, everything from literally soup to nuts given out here. A little bit more down. They were working together with people from
You have a step. I need you in the sun. Right there. Right there's good. There they are.
Okay, can I hang up? Am I good? 1, 2, 3. Can I hang up on Marv? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Any idea what FEMA on?
I think you're 274.
keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.
Hurricane Milton forcing counties across the Bay Area to rebuild from Pinellas to Sarasota. The Category 3 storm made landfall on Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. near Siesta Key. This storm is responsible for at least 17 deaths, 6 of them in the Tampa Bay area. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay this weekend. I'm Miranda Parnell. We have team coverage for the next half hour on Hurricane Milton and the recovery process. But first, looking ahead to tomorrow, President Joe Biden will survey the damage following Milton. The White House did not provide specifics on his visit other than saying he will visit, quote, areas impacted. We are working to learn more, including where and exactly when the president will visit. On Friday, the commander-in-chief said federal help won't let up anytime soon. And right now, several agencies are working to rescue families from rising floodwaters in Pasco County. 10 Tampa Bay's Angelicia Bruton is live in Wesley Chapel, where first responders are working to save those neighbors as this water continues to rise. Angelicia.
Yeah, Miranda, the Pasco County Sheriff's Office says they've rescued more than 100 people and dozens of pets. I don't know if you guys can hear, but they just rescued some cats and they're meowing like crazy right here to my right. And I've only been here for less than 3 hours, and I can show you guys this water right now. It is slowly starting to creep up the neighborhood. Eventually, these mailboxes are going to be covered. You can see there's some high water vehicles rescuing some people right now out of this area. And crews were telling me that they've been in and out of this neighborhood since early this morning. We spoke to one neighbor who says he's lived in this community his whole life. He says flooding is common here, but not like this. Instead of stressing, he says he's focusing on what he can control, and that is helping his neighborhood. We've also been talking to people that live in other neighborhoods. They said they came by just to bring some water and some snacks to some people as soon as they get off the boat so that they have something to eat. And I also spoke to the Sheriff Chris Nacco earlier this week in Trinity when he was doing water rescues in that area. And he said due to Hurricane Milton, they're having historic flooding at this time. And he advises people to evacuate as soon as they can because water levels are just expected to get even higher. Live in Wesley Chapel, Angelicia Bruton, 10 Tampa Bay.
Angelicia mentioned the people out there helping, and over in South St. Pete, efforts to help those who have been impacted by the hurricane are underway as well. That's where we find 10 Tampa Bay's Chris Hurst. And Chris, you're at a church that served hundreds today and whose pastor lost his own home to Helene.
Yeah, that's right, Miranda. That's how I met Pastor Robert Vinson, and he couldn't be here at Bethel Metropolitan Baptist Church because he evacuated because of Milton, but his vision did become reality today. Now, this neighborhood has been severely impacted by Helene and Milton, and now most haven't had electricity restored. The church, along with other Baptist churches nearby, the National Baptist Convention, World Central Kitchen, World Vision, and the City of St. Pete all filled cars full of everything from diapers to hot meals.
It's a stress reliever, takes the weight off you to be able to know that the community is doing things to help those of us that are in need.
Now everything has come together in just the past 3 days, and neighbors learned of the free food and supplies through word of mouth. Still, they served hundreds with cars out onto 26th Avenue South waiting in line. Tomorrow they want to repeat the same thing again and invite as many as who want to come out to get these supplies. They're going to start tomorrow at 10 a.m., hopefully giving out more than 500 free meals. Live in St. Petersburg, Chris Hurst, 10 Tampa Bay.
Folks are truly giving back, and other people hit hard by Milton got some free food and even some hugs today. Just a few hours ago at the Walmart near Bay Pines in St. Pete, we saw more signs of community support.
Free barbecue! Come on!
Everybody, we appreciate your help.
The group Operation Barbecue Relief set up shop outside the Walmart, giving out free barbecue pork meals to anyone in need. A lot of folks took some home to their neighbors, and volunteers from St. Pete Girls Who Walk had an assembly line going to put those boxes of meals together. Operation Barbecue Relief is based out of Missouri, but they dish out disaster assistance across the country. And this barbecue, well, it seems to have some tasty healing powers.
Brings people together. Have you ever been to a barbecue and seen people upset? I know I sure haven't. There's something special about it, right? It fills the void, it opens up the heart, and we really, really make a difference across the country.
About 2,000 meals were given out in just a few hours today, and again, some hugs. Love that.
This is amazing. Like, this is God at its best right here. Like, how amazing are these people?
And Walmart is a major supporter of Operation Barbecue Relief. The company helped make today's effort happen. And if you know of any other bright spots going on during this storm recovery process, just let us know here at 10 Tampa Bay. We want to spread that sunshine. Speaking of spreading some sunshine, my favorite face to see, meteorologist Colleen Campbell. Colleen, you always volunteer with St. Pete Girls Who Walk as well.
I do. Yeah, they're an excellent group of ladies, and anybody can join. It's not just ladies. They have St. Pete guys who walk too. So please, if you want to volunteer, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to connect you with a group of folks that are trying to do some good, and it's so easy and so beneficial. So let's check on those flooding levels. We still have a lot of green on the map here, indicating that we still have levels that are high for those local waterways, and this has been the case since we've had so much rain. This is not related to surge. Basically, these waterways are just filled and saturated, and there's nowhere for that water to go. Some good news, it looks like most of these places are reaching that crest. If not, they will reach the crest soon. Now, the Withlacoochee is a one area that we do have to keep watching, because you see over the next few days, although it won't be a dramatic rise, it is continuing to rise just in the slightest degree over the next several days. But the Hillsborough River did reach crest today, and it looks like it will slowly but steadily be going down to that moderate and eventually minor flood stage. So what you need to know, we do have a weather impact alert until tomorrow. So what that basically is saying is that we want you to be careful now through Sunday, because we have those rising waters, or the water levels are high. Many folks still out of their homes, flooded homes across Pasco and Hernando County especially. And what you need to do is make sure you take breaks, be patient, help out one another. I know that gas lines are really long and everybody's really struggling right now, but please come together and we will get through this. Slow improvements. And please, if you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out. Miranda?
Like Colleen mentioned, many folks are still scrambling to find gas in the wake of Hurricane Milton. Relief may be in sight. Now, Port Tampa Bay has now resumed distribution of fuel and reopened its shipping channels. There was a power problem, but now all 7 fuel terminal operators have power. So we should start seeing more trucks delivering to gas stations. Now, some experts say it'll take until Tuesday or Wednesday for gas issues to be resolved. Now, the few stations around the Bay Area that do have gas are seeing outrageously long lines, including in Bradenton. 10 Tampa Bay's Nick Volturo was out all day searching for gas in downtown Bradenton, and right now it sounds like patience is key.
It's really been a problem trying to get gas no matter where you go. We were at the Walmart earlier today. They had 7,000 gallons left. That was tapped out almost immediately as people were waiting online for hours. Some people even were pushing their car in. We had to leave that location. Now we're at the Wawa in Bradenton. As you can see, it is more of the same. Just take a look over here. As you can see, these lines starting to build up. Now, we know this Wawa just got in gas a short time ago, so that is one of the big problems right now. There are only so few gas stations that actually have fuel, and if you take a look on the other side over here, you can see that there are police along with security stationed at all these pumps trying to regulate traffic, making sure things are going smoothly. But one of the big issues is there's still about 40% of Manatee County that is out of power. A large chunk of that right here in the Bradenton area, more than 100,000 people. And without power to fuel and power those pumps, a lot of these gas stations cannot open up. And the people that we spoke with that were waiting on lines for hours described this as a post-apocalyptic society and have never seen anything this dire before.
Yeah, it absolutely does. I mean, I've been out here. I came out here last night, sat in line, ran out of gas, and then came back this morning and saw the tanker truck, pulled right in, sat in line, and I'm just trying to get gas for friends, family, people that need it.
Waiting in line. I mean, trying to get in line, they directing traffic. I mean, I've been probably sitting in here probably 2 hours trying to get gas, and I'm trying to get 4 or 5 gallon cans.
Police are just asking people to be patient, be respectful. They know this is stressful. A lot of people are dealing with the same situation, but if they can just be patient, be respectful when they're in line, it will make this process go a lot smoother. Reporting in Bradenton, Nick Volturo, 10 Tampa Bay.
Be patient, be kind. We heard some of y'all were fist fighting. Don't do that. Now, as so many in our area hunt for gas, Governor Ron DeSantis announced that the state would be opening some free distribution sites for fuel. The governor said there will be sites open in Plant City, Bradenton, and St. Pete, and that each resident can get up to 10 gallons. Now, we have more information for you on that on 10tampabay.com. But as for today, we want to let you know on social media, the city of St. Pete said they already ran out for the day. They posted that just after 3:30 this afternoon. Now, along with gas, many are wondering when the power will come back on. At last check, over 1.2 million customers are still without electricity across the state. Pinellas and Hillsborough are seeing the most power outages at this hour. Major electric companies are now sharing when you might expect to see the lights come back on. Duke Energy expects power to come back on. They say that could be happening Sunday to Tuesday. And Citrus, Hernando, Highlands, and Polk, that could be midnight Sunday. They're estimating Tuesday at midnight for Pasco and Pinellas counties. Florida Power and Light says it's targeting 90% restoration by the end of the day Monday. And Tampa Electric has a goal of midnight on Thursday to get the majority of their customers back up and running. Now, all of that is happening as some parts of Tampa Bay are still under a boil water notice, while some others have now been lifted. In Pinellas, right now, a boil water notice is still in effect for St. Pete until Monday. Over in Hillsborough, the advisory for Seffner and the North Brandon area has been lifted. Officials say those with low water pressure should take precautionary boil water measures just in case. And we have a county-by-county guide for you on 10tampabay.com. Now, when it comes to school districts across the Bay Area, they've now started announcing when they will reopen and their plans moving forward. In Citrus, all schools will reopen on Monday. In Pasco, Pinellas, and Sarasota, schools will remain closed on Monday. Over in Hardy County, officials notified us less than 2 hours ago that staff will return on Monday, with students returning on Tuesday. And Manatee officials are hoping students will return to campuses by Tuesday. We are waiting to hear updates from several other counties, and we will continue to bring you the latest as we learn more, both on air and online. Now, as thousands look to rebuild, scammers are out to get your hard-earned cash. Next, tips to spot fake contractors and how to stop them in their tracks. Plus, cleaning up your home and getting rid of the trash. In minutes, the areas where you can start dropping off your debris.
Mr. Shop, I know the reward, it's not much.
I'm gonna help you.
Hey, Coulter, we have a job for you.
Send me the info.
When the darkness beats you down. If there were any one of us out there, he wouldn't hesitate.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm here to help.
Thank you.
A new season of Tracker starts CBS Sunday and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The stars of our show.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
The Wheel You Love is back.
Yes! Let's have some fun.
This season will truly be unlike any other.
This has never happened before on Wheel of Fortune.
With bigger trips.
Yeah, baby.
Bigger prizes.
I'd love to take you backstage to the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
And bigger surprises.
There it is.
What a great show!
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Wheel, weeknights at 7 on 10 Tampa Bay.
I'm Maddie Matlock, right?
Matlock is in the old TV show, right?
Right. Freaking genius. We got one shot. I didn't think you were that crafty, Miss Matlock. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
I don't think that means what you think it does.
Matlock, CBS Thursday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back to 10 Tampa Bay this weekend. For many of you looking to file a claim with FEMA, Hurricane Milton is now on FEMA's website so you can fill out that claim. Helene is also still there. And remember, you need to file separately if you've been impacted by both. Now, right now, there are FEMA centers across Tampa Bay that are open. You can also file a claim online at disasterassistance.gov. And remember, if you lost all of your food due to a power outage, you can also file a $750 claim. Be sure to write, I have a serious food need. Now, tens of thousands of our neighbors are rebuilding following both Helene and now Milton. And scammers are looking to get your information and your money. following the devastation. If someone comes to your home saying they're a contractor, check them out first. Make sure they're licensed and have insurance. Be wary of contractors who ask for advance payment in full. And also watch out for contractors who say you need to file permits. According to the city of St. Pete, contractors are the ones who are supposed to pull those. Another tip, do your research on websites like the Better Business Bureau with the state and even social media. If you're trying to help after these storms, the same goes for giving to charity groups. Make sure they are legitimate. Now, we have other tips over on 10tampabay.com. Now, if you're working to clean up after the storm, you can start dropping off your debris in the Bay Area. Now, crews are not yet picking up yard debris in Tampa, but you can drive to Hillsborough County's Ed Radis Sports Complex in Odessa to drop off vegetative debris. That's at 14844 Ed Radis Drive. The city did not give a timeline on when crews will start picking up yard waste. As for normal trash and recycling, the city says services will resume on Monday. Over in Pasco County, both the East Pasco Transfer Station in Dade City and West Pasco Resource Recovery in Spring Hill are opening for debris drop-off. Both sites are open to Pasco County residents. You'll need to show your ID, and fees are currently waived to make those drop-offs. The county says if you don't want to drop it off, crews will pick it up in the coming weeks. I know I'm thankful for the cool weather, but I hope folks cleaning up are especially thankful they're not having to work through our normal heat and humidity.
Yeah, after Helene, I mean, the air was so thick and just so humid, and we were really worried about people getting sick from heat illness. This is not the case here. Our temperatures are pretty normal and the weather is beautiful. And it's hard to even say that after such a traumatic event, but I think that will help us out moving forward into our cleanup efforts. So getting back to the flooding, this is our main concern right now. We still do have rivers, local streams, little lakes that are high, just saturated, overflowing with water. There's nowhere for the water to go, right? We had a substantial amount of rain, record-breaking rain in many parts. We're waiting for the official report to come out from the hurricane. We will get something from the National Weather Service saying what the peak surge was, the peak winds, how much rain we received, but we already know we have some record-breaking numbers. So we will share that report once we get the finalized information. But again, getting back to the flooding here, all these areas that we have highlighted here are rivers that are experiencing high levels right now. And some of these rivers, like the Withlacoochee, although it won't be a high increase over the next few days, it's not going down. So you have to be mindful of that and just be aware that some of these river levels will remain high over the next several days. So if you're somebody that's experiencing flooding right now, give it a few days. I know it's very hard being away from your home and watching your home just flooded out, but conditions will gradually improve. We have dry weather on the way, not a ton of rain. If anything, the moisture that we had was centered across southwest Florida for today. Here's a loop of that satellite and radar. You can see a little bit of lighter showers out by Orlando across I-4, but expanding the picture again, besides far southwest and southeast Florida, most of us are pretty dry here. We have high pressure that's in control, drier sinking air, so that's great for our forecast. We're really not expecting a substantial rain event, any rain at all, really, and that will help with these rivers as those waters begin to subside and help with the cleanup process for everybody just trying to move on after Milton. Right now, temperatures are in the lower 80s. And again, I hate to say this, but it feels fantastic outside. I know this was a hard event to get through. Believe me, we're all getting through it together. There's that high pressure front drops in as we move into this upcoming week. So even cooler air is on the way as we enter into about Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to have morning lows in the upper 50s in some spots, lower 60s. There's that high pressure taking over all of that drier air. That means lower humidity and a break to breathe, really, as we move into this upcoming week. Currently, our winds are a little bit mixed, but generally we have winds coming in from the northeasterly flow at times. And again, winds are nice and light. Every now and again, you will get a refreshing breeze. Overnight, our temperatures are generally in the well, for our northern sections, lower to mid 60s, but then we have some lower 70s sprinkled across the coastline and some upper 60s as you head into our inland locations. On our 7-day forecast, don't forget we have a weather impact alert that's effective for today and tomorrow for those areas that's facing the river flooding right now. Otherwise, again, look at this 7-day forecast. You can't beat it. Full of sunshine. plenty of time to recover and rebuild. This upcoming week, we really could not ask for better weather. And again, I'm saying that keeping in mind how destructive Milton was. But look at that, 65 for a morning low on Wednesday, 60-degree morning low on Thursday. The temperatures we're experiencing today or tomorrow are about normal for this time of the year, much cooler as we enter into the middle of next week.
We're all thankful that we don't see a 90 up there, and Hurricane Milton and Helene recovery efforts are continuing in St. Pete. The mayor says the city is bringing in outside contractors to help with debris pickups. And if you'd like to get rid of vegetative debris on your own, brush sites are open 7 days a week. The National Guard is also in the city to make sure streets are cleared so you can drive back to your homes. And comfort and charging stations will also be open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow to help with immediate needs. Duke Energy says most of its Pinellas County customers should have power restored by Tuesday. Now we're taking you now to Sarasota County, where crews are working hard to get the lights back on and to get people back into their homes. They were out repairing power poles and clearing debris from roadways today. 10 Tampa Bay's Aduria Chumba is in Sarasota with the latest.
I'm out on St. Armand's Circle, where business owners are dealing with a double whammy. Here's an example of what's going on. When Helene came around, this was high, the floodwaters got. And when Milton added it was this high. Now, everyone across Sarasota County is having to contend with the cleanup.
Complete destruction, and feel terrible. Just can't imagine what it was like if anyone was down here, what that would be like. But shows the sheer force of nature, that's for sure.
From mainland Sarasota to barrier islands like Siesta Key, Lido Key, Minnesota Key, and Casey Key, from homes to businesses, roadways and driveways, trees, streetlights, and power poles, hardly none spared, including the Van Wezel Theater.
About 4 feet of storm surge made it into the Van Wezel. Our Public Works building lost the entire roof. We have some significant tree damage at City Hall.
It was a high wind storm, so.
Milton dislodged additional boats all over the bay.
It's kind of crazy. I also think about Gilligan's Island. That's what it reminds me of.
Today, along with FDOT crews working on the Little Ringling Bridge, City of Sarasota crews were out in full force to start the cleanup and are remobilizing teams for debris pickup.
Get those out onto the curb, and then hopefully, we believe in about 1 week, those contractors will be out picking up the storm debris.
Meanwhile, the community is trying to stay positive and keep hope alive.
I think we fared pretty well considering what they were predicting.
I feel sorry for all the folks here in town, and I know they're going to rebuild.
It's going to take months, if not longer, for us to rebuild, but we will come back.
In Sarasota, Aduria Chumba, 10 Tampa Bay.
And for folks who were impacted by Milton or Helene in Sarasota and around the Bay Area, right now there are resources available. You can go to 10tampabay.com/recovery. There you'll find resources including help with medical care, food, and other needs. We got you.
I really appreciate you and Dad taking us in.
I am so glad that you and Cece are here. And Georgie.
Nice of the kid to make breakfast.
This is where you say, thank you, Georgie.
That ain't necessary.
See, that ain't necessary.
Got the baby down.
Listen to her snore.
You won't fool around.
Y'all left this on the coffee table.
Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage premieres Thursday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount+. Jeopardy is for everybody.
That's amazing. Oh, yeah.
With players just like you.
Paramedic, a retired teacher, psychiatrist.
I'm a little bit competitive.
That's the spirit.
Watch their victories.
We have a giant killer.
And heartbreaks.
Oh, no.
The next super champion could be anyone.
It's almost like a superhero origin story.
It could be you.
Oh, wow.
It's all happening on Jeopardy!
Jeopardy weeknights at 7:30, right here on 10 Tampa Bay.
Federal agents! NCIS!
You done, bro?
Special Agent Leroy Jeffo Gibbs.
We go where the evidence takes us.
Keep digging. We got less than 24 hours.
We're gonna get the guy who did this.
NCIS is all new, and NCIS Origins premieres CBS Monday, October 14th. Part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount+.
All right, welcome back. I want to put everybody's worries at ease because I know there are some rumors swirling about a potential tropical system. This is what we got right now over the next several days. That system that you see, AL94, has a 30% chance, low chance of development in the next 24 hours to the next several days. And it's nowhere near us here in Florida right now. We will continue to watch it, of course. Leslie is a remnant low, no worries with that. And when you look at this 7-day forecast, I mean, we have a ton of sunshine on the way and cooler temperatures by next week, all something to look forward to.
Absolutely. Loving those cooler temperatures as people continue to rebuild. I know that it's already hard enough, but hopefully that can make it just the tiniest bit easier. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you tonight at 11.